Hello everybody, it's Drew from Langlois Vital Nutrition Center here with you. Thank you for watching this video. I am happy to be making you a video, but I'm a little bit bummed out about the topic. As many of you know, I love to read, I love to research, I flip through medical textbooks like most people read Harry Potter. Some of the recent research I've been doing has been on plastics, and I found a study that's very recent that talks about the way plastic can affect our brain. So I want to bring this info to you, even though it's kind of a bummer. This video is all about microplastics. Micro meaning very, very tiny, small. Plastic meaning a petroleum or oil-based compound that we use for a lot of things like containers and even clothing. Here's the problem. Every year, millions of tons of plastic gets thrown away. And over time, that plastic that gets thrown away does not all get recycled. The pieces of plastic get smaller and smaller and smaller because things like heat and water, friction, pressure, all change that plastic and break it down into progressively smaller pieces. There have been previous studies that have shown these small pieces of plastic can weaken muscles, that they've caused reproductive changes in fish that are swimming in water that's polluted with plastic, and decreased cognitive ability. Now that study was interesting because they did it on hermit crabs, which I personally think are very cute, so I'm kind of bummed out they messed with the hermit crab's brain. But we saw that the hermit crabs, after being exposed to plastic, had trouble doing basic tasks. And many of the hermit crabs were doing things like perpetually walking in a circle instead of actually completing a task. The recent study that I just read, it proved that plastic, specifically microplastics, were able to cross through the blood-brain barrier. So the plastic went straight through that blood-brain barrier. Why does that matter? Our body has this defense mechanism for our brain, and it keeps a lot of the things that might get into our bloodstream out of our brain, because a lot of things that end up in our blood have no business going into our brain. But this study showed that when the plastic gets small enough, it has no problem crossing into our brain. So, what are we going to do about it? A couple of things. One, we're going to nourish our brain. We're really going to focus on that, because a well-nourished brain is less likely to have space for these microplastics to cross into it and set up shop. And the second thing we're going to do is we're going to decrease our exposure to microplastics. So, the way we're going to do that is avoid using plastic in general to decrease the amount that we put into the environment. Because we know there's already millions of tons of plastic put out every year, and that the pieces of that plastic get smaller and smaller. So in the future, you're going to hear videos about ways to get away from plastic and still have convenience, right? Because Ziploc bags are super convenient, but they're not great for us or the environment. Situations like that, we're going to talk about what we're currently doing with plastic and how to get away from that, and we're also going to talk about how to feed your brain so it can be as healthy as possible. Thank you for watching this video. You can look forward to more content coming your way soon. Have a great day.